Good morning, Tottenham fans. Tottenham have just lost to Aston Villa 2-0. When I saw the lineup, I was probably one player out from my lineup prediction that I did in my previous video. The only person I didn't expect to start was probably Hotspur. But the rest all started, and it was a lineup that I wanted, and the lineup that I think Ange definitely, well, the only lineup really could have gone with without risking too much. Sonny got his minutes, which was good because I think Sonny looked pretty sharp, to be honest. He looked pretty quick. I'm not sure if those Aston Villa players are slow, but Sonny out-sprinted them a few times in this game. Hotspur looked pretty sharp. Tell never stopped running. Tell was battling all the way through the game. Danso had a decent game. Gray was better than he was against Crystal Palace. Kingsky was pretty solid in goal. He couldn't do anything about both of those goals that he conceded. There were some good performances from I'd say the B team players. So going into the final of the Europa League, a few of those players may have claimed a place in the team, like Hotspur, maybe Tell. Sonny is fighting for his place because he's trying to get back to fitness. But I think that Sonny, I still think maybe start him on the bench. But he does look solid. He's going to be an asset again for us on Wednesday. Good news. It doesn't look like anybody's been injured. So as long as no one gets injured during training before the game, then we should be okay. Just been watching bits of the Man United game because we kicked off 45 minutes early. So when it was half time, I flicked it over to Man United, watched a bit of their game, and then I just watched some of the second half. And they're getting open up easily by Chelsea. Chelsea at the moment, I think it's after the 65th minute, are 1-0 up. And yeah, Man United have put out a full strength side again today, and they just look average. So I'm hoping they look average on Wednesday. That's all I'm saying. They're obviously probably half-heart in this game because they're thinking about Wednesday as well. So have to put that into context. So today was not too bad. I think considering we made 10 changes or maybe 11 changes to the lineup. Was pretty solid for 60 minutes. Obviously, Villa got a few chances. That Asensio guy is a very, very good player. I'm a little bit annoyed that we didn't go in for him. He's class. He runs that show when he's in the front third of the pitch. It's very hard to get the ball off. He's got a very good eye for a pass. He's got a good cross, good shot on him. He's got everything you need from a midfielder, really, attacking midfielder. So. For me, Asensio was the man of the match. But Spurs were okay. They didn't annoy me like they did against Crystal Palace. They didn't frustrate me. They didn't anger me like they did against Crystal Palace. They fought for every ball. They did put in a good effort, in my opinion. I think they really did. And now all we can think about is the final. And Spurs now have got. We've got Kulusevski, Maddison and Bergvall out, but now I think, I'm not as worried. We've got Hotspur or Tell to play in that position now. We could play Richie or Solanke up top together like we did at the end of this game. So we've got options. So I'm still not too worried about the missing players that we've got. As long as we've got that back five, I think we've stand a brilliant chance. Having those back five is such a strong base to start with. So who needs it more out of Man United and Spurs? Well, both teams have had a very poor season, the worst in both of their histories in the Premier League, to be fair. But Man United, if they don't win, will they sack Almiron? I'm not sure. He's only had half a season and he's got them to a final. I think that's a good achievement considering what he came into. So I think Almiron must stay. They seem to not have any money, and that seems weird saying that about Manchester United, but Man United seem to have no money. So if they don't win the final, I don't think they'll be able to sign any top quality players. They'd have to sell first, and I don't think they're going to get much money for some of the players they've got. They are in deep trouble, like trying to qualify for European football if they can't get those players. So Man United could halt their progress under Almerim if they don't get this league, Europa League trophy. It's not so desperate for them to have a trophy as well, because they've won the last 2 seasons. They've won trophies. They know how to win trophies, so they're going to be a big threat. But, you know, they're not as desperate for a trophy as Spurs are. Now, do Spurs need it more? In my opinion, yes. I think it's Spurs that need this more. No trophy in 17 years. No European trophy for 41 years. You know, dubbed Spursy all the time. We can kill all 3 of those in one go. European trophy, a trophy, and no more Spursy. This can also put us into the Champions League, where we can attract top players to our club. You know, we'll have the money to afford to buy them as well. I know we have got money as well, but this would massively help. This could put us on an upward trajectory. This could push us forward, onwards and upwards. And I do think that this could actually save Ange Postecoglou's job. There's a lot of rumours saying even if he wins it, he will be sacked. I'm putting that completely down to rumours. I do not believe them for 1 second. If his objective at the beginning of the season was to get Champions League football and or a trophy, and he does both, then really, I don't think Daniel Levy can sit him down and say, you're sacked, even though you've hit all the targets. It would be pretty harsh. Yes, the season, we've lost 21 games now this season. Lots of context into that. Lots of injuries. Going up to the semi-final of the League Cup, so prioritising that. Then getting to a final of Europa League, prioritising that. You know, he was trying his best all season to try and get Tottenham a trophy, because he knows once Tottenham get that trophy and get that bad omen off their back about Spurs never win anything, take away that Spursy tag, put a winning mentality into these players. So now they're going to be European Cup winners. They'll have that mentality going into next season. A bit more luck with injuries next season and some quality signings, because we'll be in the Champions League. Spurs will be a different kettle of fish next season. I could not see them, even under Ange, finishing 17th again. I think they will push on, and they will be, I'd say, in the top 6 next season, if they sign the right players, I'm saying. But if they go deep into the Champions League, which I seriously doubt, I'm not saying they will, but if they did get past the group stage in the Champions League, you know, is Ange going to start prioritising that, or is he going to prioritise the Premier League? Because there wouldn't be the pressure of winning a trophy next season, he can probably concentrate more on the Premier League and get us higher up at the table. Even go for a cup run, maybe an FA Cup or a League Cup. If he can get another trophy next season and finish in the top half of the table, then that's more progression for me. That really is. So for me, I think Tottenham need it more than Manchester United. But it doesn't mean to say that Man United won't turn up. So Spurs have to be on it every minute of the game. Man United can hurt you at any minute. You know, they always seem to pull something out of the bag. Every round in this European run that Man United have had, that, you know, I thought they were out by the time that when they were playing Lyon. There's 10 minutes to go. There's 4-2 down, and somehow won 5-4. So, you know, we cannot switch off. I remember when we went 3-0 up against them before, and we switched off, and they got 2 goals back. You know, I know it's mistakes from Forster that let them in, but yeah, we cannot do that this time. If we go ahead, we need to make sure we stay ahead. Don't give them a sniff. Don't give them a chance. But yeah, it's all on Wednesday now. I'm getting butterflies every time I think about it. All I keep imagining is Sonny lifting up that trophy, and it just, I'll keep getting butterflies. I get nervous. I'm getting anxious. I just want it to be Wednesday now, and I just want us to finally get this trophy we so badly need. Let me know in the comments what you think, and come on, you Spurs.